My wife used reverse psychology for 10 days. Day 4 reversed her entire reality. It started Monday morning when I mentioned wanting to buy a motorcycle. My wife has always hated motorcycles, called them death traps for years. So when I casually brought it up over coffee, I expected the usual safety lecture. Instead, she smiled. You know what? That sounds like a great idea. Get the biggest, loudest Harley Davidson you can find. I nearly choked on my coffee. This woman once threw a fit when I bought a bicycle without knee pads. That's when it clicked. Reverse psychology. She was enthusiastically supporting something she knew I wasn't serious about, expecting me to back down. Classic manipulation. Executed with all the subtlety of a freight train. I decided to play along. You're right. I'm looking at dealerships right now. Her smile flickered. Maybe look at the most expensive ones. We can figure out finances later. My wife clips coupons and budgets every penny. She was begging me to call her bluff, but I wasn't giving her that satisfaction. Day 2, I mentioned weekly poker nights. Make it twice a week, she said. I'll handle cleanup. This woman gets annoyed when I leave a single dish in the sink. Day 3, I suggested converting our guest room into a home gym. She suggested I buy the loudest industrial equipment available. I started making absurd suggestions to find her breaking point. Take up drumming? Fantastic. Practice at 6 a.m. Start breeding exotic reptiles in the basement? She was practically jumping with excitement about venomous snakes in our home. The more ridiculous my suggestions, the more enthusiastically she supported them. Day 4, I mentioned quitting my job to become a professional video game streamer. Best idea you've ever had. Quit today, don't give notice, and spend our entire savings on the most expensive gaming setup. Multiple monitors, custom gaming chair, shaped like a throne. She'd encouraged me to quit my job and blow through our savings in one conversation. Perfect, she said, when I mentioned maxing out credit cards. Cancel our health insurance too. We probably don't need it. Her voice cracked. Her hands trembled, reaching for coffee. That afternoon, I made real phone calls. Actual dealerships. When she heard me discussing financing for a Harley that cost more than some cars, her face went white, but she smiled and gave me a thumbs up. Day 5, I announced buying 50 bottles of expensive whiskey for my new YouTube channel. Buy 100. Taste. Test them all in one sitting. She was encouraging me to drink myself into alcohol poisoning. I mentioned buying venomous snakes for content. Get the most dangerous ones. Keep them in our bedroom for easy filming access. Then came the turning point. I mentioned documenting our conversations for my channel. For the first time all week, she went silent. I could play back all the audio recordings of you telling me to quit my job, spend our savings, and buy dangerous animals. The color drained from her face. Audio recordings? I've been recording everything for content creation purposes. Day 6, I sat down and said nothing. After 10 minutes, she cracked. Any new ideas today? Actually, you're absolutely right about everything. I've put down deposits on the motorcycle, gaming equipment, and yacht. Venomous snake guy is bringing samples tonight. She went pale. But here's what I realized. You clearly think I'm a complete idiot. You spent 5 days encouraging decisions that would bankrupt us and potentially kill us. The only explanation is you believe I'm so stupid I'd follow through just because you agreed. I pulled out my phone. Let's listen to Tuesday, when you encouraged me to quit my job. Her own voice filled the kitchen, enthusiastically supporting financial suicide. Or Wednesday, when you suggested keeping venomous snakes in our bedroom. With each recording, she shrank further into her chair. I never wanted any of those things. The motorcycle was casual conversation, but instead of talking to me like an adult, you treated me like a child who needed to be tricked. I showed her my calculation. Every suggestion she'd encouraged. $250,000. Our health insurance, our house, potentially our lives. $250,000 in damage you enthusiastically encouraged. Because you thought I was too stupid to see through your game. I never thought you'd actually do them, she whispered. Exactly. You knew they were terrible, but you chose manipulation over honest conversation. I closed the folder. From now on, when you disagree with something, tell me directly. When you think I'm making a mistake, explain like an adult. And if you ever try reverse psychology again, you'll be doing it from your own apartment. I didn't realize how disrespectful I was being, she said quietly. Apologies are words. What matters is whether your behavior changes permanently. I walked toward the door. Those recordings, I'm keeping them to remind us both what happens when manipulation replaces communication.